What's going on, everyone? We're the COD Casuals. I'm Justin.
And I'm Mike.
We're going to be reacting to the Into the Breach series by the Boston Breach. It's basically a docu-series that the professional Call of Duty team does, and we're going to put out a 5-part series out on YouTube exclusively. So if you want to come over and watch our reactions, go over there.
Absolutely. So if you want to go see that content, again, click the link. And otherwise, enjoy the rest of the podcast episode.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 130 of the COD Casuals. We're your host, Justin.
And I'm Mike.
How you doing, Mike?
Better than you, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing good, man. Thank you. No, it's been a good day. I mean, it's been man, it's just been like gray and humid as all hell. I had good news this morning. I picked up a cat.
Adopted a cat.
Yeah, adopted a cat. Yeah, picked up a cat just out of nowhere.
A stray.
Yeah, picked up a stray, brought him in, bro. So I was dealing with that this morning, and that was a pain in the neck.
Yeah,
he's way too young. I'm not used to kittens.
Like,
like
it's a baby.
Yeah, it's like 8 weeks old.
Yeah.
And I like it, but dude, the thing's got so much energy.
Yeah,
you know, like I was on my bed, right? I'm playing COD, frying kids. Right?
Yeah,
and this thing, he jumps onto my back.
Yeah,
I was like, God damn! Like I've never had that happen.
Yeah.
And then he's over, like he sat on my lap. I was like, this is a cute moment. I'm here for it. And then he goes on my desk. I'm like, all right. And then he goes up to my monitor.
It starts tapping.
Yeah. I grab his ass. I'm like, nope, no shot.
Yeah.
I've seen those videos where the cat that goes and like takes a bite out of it or scratches it.
Starts
whole
scratching.
thing. Yeah. So that was my morning though. But I've been doing well. We just were getting into talking about inefficiency with friends.
Very inefficient.
Dude, I mean, we thankfully in our friend group, because like our core friend group it's you, me, and one other.
Yeah.
And we're always good about, and people listening, like you got your friends and maybe you are like this or you can relate to it in some way. We're always really good about like being efficient with when we want to hang out. Because now we're not, I mean, obviously we're working, so we're not able to get together as much as we used to. But when we put in times and days like, hey, let's try to get together on X day or this weekend, like, guys, can we all get together? Yeah. And we make plans like within a matter of probably 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're good.
Yeah. And
you're over here complaining about how your other friend group from college, this is like, you know, the Fibonacci sequence to figure out.
Yeah. I was just dealing with, you know, this, my buddy's coming from literally across America coming to visit. And he's like, yo, let's hang out. Of course, I say yes. And trying to, you know, figure out a place, time, whatever. Like, let's meet in the middle. And we've been trying to plan this for the past, like, 3 days, like, through the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Like, dude. Just give me time, place. And I came up with the place, and there's a bunch of people coming, so I told them, like, all right, give me a time, whatever. And they say 8 or 9. And personally, I think that's really late on a Monday.
Yeah, that's
whatever,
crazy.
Right? I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't really want to go out that late, but I'm gonna because you're my friend. But so we're doing 8. And I was gonna call the restaurant before to make sure, you know, they can accommodate for us. Group this big. It's like he was like 5 to 9 people. I'm like, okay, that's a really wide range. So 10 people, including me, max, maybe.
Right.
But yeah, it's been taking days to play on this. I'm like, dude.
Again, I'm thankful that our group doesn't have to be dealing with this because it would tweak me so much.
Yeah,
you know, we never get anything done.
Yeah, and like I have to get a bunch of stuff. I've got a bunch of other stuff that I have to do because I'm going on vacation like next week.
Right. But again, like that's the thing. Like you, me, like I get that. And then we're being efficient. Like we're trying to work around the fact that like, you got a lot of shit to do. And like we had already recorded an episode ahead. So like we won't, like you guys won't miss any episodes. And we're just being like, hey, we're getting the content, we're getting everything ready. So in that week, you're not doing anything. Like you're just out having a good time, relaxing.
Yeah.
And it's like we can be efficient with that time. And then seeing other people, they don't get that concept.
Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just not used to it. Because again, like dealing with you and like our other like friend group, it's just, all right, if you can't come at this time, oh well.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know, I feel like that's how it should be. It's like, all right, this time, if 3 people can make it and the other ones can't, it's like, here, we'll throw in the group chat. If you can't come, it's all right. next time.
Yeah. Thing too is like it's definitely when you start getting into the bigger groups like that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's just more people that are going to enter the equation.
Yeah.
Because what if they're over here being like, "Oh, sorry, I don't know, some random person, she can't make it or he can't make it," and you're like, "Look, this wasn't even in our original roster of people that I cared about, so I don't care about this person."
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like with the
like dude, she's
said,
our friend. I'm like, I don't care.
you put in the group chat. If you can't,
Right.
that stinks. Like this is the best day for everyone.
Right.
And I think our friend group is like pretty good about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even with our extended friend group when we get together.
Yeah.
Which I mean, a lot of us now we're kind of scattered across the country.
Yeah.
But when we're when we're in the area and want to make plans, we're still really, really good about it.
Yeah. And it just shouldn't be that complicated.
I don't know why that is though. Maybe we're just lucky, or maybe it's the professions we chose. I don't know what it is.
I mean,
I don't know what the heck it is.
I think it's just a person.
Yeah, I think personality.
Yeah. I mean, like, my friends from college are all in different professions.
Right.
Like, one's in the military, one's like an engineer. Like, you would think that they're pretty competent people.
Yeah, you would think, like, for sure. Some of those people, though I have known engineers who are, like, they're geniuses, but then they're total scatterbrains.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The guy who's in the military, for sure, I would get that.
No, yeah, like, he's good. He's just like the middleman I was telling you.
Right.
Of all the other freaking, like, 5 to 8 people.
Right.
And he knows me, he understands me, and he can tell that, like, I'm frustrated with this.
Yeah.
And so he's just catching the flack, but he understands. He can take it from me. If I'm like this to the other people, though, they're like, "Oh man,
like yo,
why is he like a hard ass about
bro,
this?"
Relax, dude.
Yeah, I'm like,
then that sets the bomb up.
yeah, I'm like, dude, you wouldn't survive. Like, I wouldn't survive in the military,
Right.
But I could deal with the drill sergeant like yelling at me,
Right.
And like, you can't.
Yeah.
These people can't. I'm like, I'm just trying to call the restaurant to give them a heads up, trying to be a good customer. Like, hey, we got maybe 10 bodies coming.
Right. So be prepared for this.
Yeah.
You know.
Imagine us showing up with 10 people and like they don't have tables ready or anything. And they're like, okay, wait, you have to wait like maybe half an hour.
Yeah.
We got to set everything up.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I would never want to be the person going in where they see that and they're just like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Like none of these guys called in.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, how many people here? Okay. And they're like now talking to everybody, talking to the manager. Do we got any tables that we can put together and like try to figure this out? Now you've inconvenienced the whole restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. And if you call ahead, you get the waitress or waiter like on this, and that person's going to get a pretty fat tip.
Right.
And they can like prep for all of that.
Right.
Instead
and
of
just let them know.
Yeah, throwing like one poor waitress or poor waiter on this, like, oh my God, 10 people, like,
right.
have to deal with all this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, just trying to be efficient.
Dude, that's what you got to be, man. I feel like as you get older, you definitely got to be because your time is more limited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like as we're getting older, we're getting less time to be able to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to be like I was telling you with one of my old coworkers. He's so efficient. I mean, granted, he's twice my age.
Yeah.
But the guy's very much just like this day, this time work for you? Yeah. Good. What place? Let's do this place. Okay. See you then.
Yeah.
Like legit 2 minutes. He's not like, text me, puts his phone down, goes, runs a marathon, and then responds,
Yeah.
It's like, we're making plans right now. Let me just go and actually be active here and do this.
That's what's funny because I feel like the gaming scene in general is like that. Like, you see those memes where like, you all be right back. They put the headset down and like an hour goes by, I'm back.
Yeah. Yo, bro, let me go make some food really quick.
Yeah.
And then the meal, it's like a 5-star Michelin restaurant meal. It's like, bro, what did you do? Did you go out to a restaurant to eat?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And it's just, oh man, like it's so frustrating. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves, just like wasted time.
Dude, thankfully though, when we game, like going to that, we never do that.
No, because we have an allocated like time slot. Like we're playing at this time, and it's at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And if it's like if we can't play, then we just tell each other like, hey, we're not gonna be on.
Yeah.
So there's no I don't know, like expectation or like anything really.
But like when
even when we play in the middle of the day though, it's like I don't know. Like you say, yo, I'm gonna go make food. I'm like, all right. I back out and I go play a game or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you eat whatever and you're back within like a half an hour or something like that.
Yeah. But like at night, right?
Yeah.
When we'll go play, I'll be like, yo, I'll be right back. I'm literally gone for like a minute. if that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'll go run to the bathroom really quick or just fill water.
Yeah.
I'm not over here like you're sitting around like, dude, I literally could have got a whole game in right now.
Oh yeah.
That
yeah.
would if you were like that, I'd be like, bro, you need to.
Oh yeah.
like,
just let me know so that I can back out.
Yeah,
and
no,
play a
seriously.
game.
Just get out of here.
Yeah.
You know? Like it's cool. Take your time, but like I don't want to just be sitting here twiddling my thumbs like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
During this time, that's what we're doing. We're playing.
Yeah. And like, yeah, we do that all the time. Like if you sign on before me or I sign on before you, like we hop in games.
Yeah.
Before to just like play and stuff because dude, that's XP. That's valuable XP.
Well, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, we can jump into season 5 since the season 5 grind has been upon us.
Yeah.
Dude, we talked about this. I mean, we haven't talked about it on any of the podcasts yet, but the double XP. Remember we were talking over chat, being like, dude, I feel like the double XP is kind of like broken, or there's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, I don't really think so because I was doing pretty well with it. Dude, I am convinced now
that it's broken.
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, it's like, okay, at this point, pretty much both of us, we can rank up one level a game.
Yeah.
Right? Especially since I play Kill Confirmed. If you want to rank up, that's the place to do it. Like, it's insanely easy. Just get tags.
Yeah.
Get your own tags. I could have sworn that when you would get your own tags, it was 500 XP. Right?
It might be. I don't know. I don't play enough Kill Confirmed in this right now.
I have to go check again.
Yeah. It might be half.
I have to go check because I remember before, like, I'd be playing and I would be doing that level every time. And, like, I grinded and was, like, doing pretty smooth.
Yeah.
But then this morning I go and play and I have, like, an insane game on Shipment and on Dome. And I'm like, I get a little bit more than halfway.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way.
Because I was playing Kill Confirmed like sometime over the weekend.
Yeah.
But I was convinced that each tag was like 50 or 25.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But regardless, I mainly play control, right?
Yeah.
And
same here.
if I get like really good game, we 3-0 and I'm dropping like 30 plus kills, I'm getting around like 10K with double XP. I'm like, there's no way. Like I was playing last night. Played for like 2.5 hours, and one control game I dropped 56, and I had like 6 or 7 caps, and I got 12,000 XP. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And it didn't bring me up like a whole level or anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, maybe controls. Obviously, Kill Confirmed's just a better like game mode to rank up because it's like free tags. You can just grab whatever.
Right.
And I switched over to control or not Kill Confirmed, and I dropped like 72 on the new map, the district map.
Yep.
Dropped 72, had 40 plus tags.
Yeah.
And I got 15K XP, and I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah. No, there's no way.
I did way better in this in control, and it's broken.
Yeah,
Something has to be messed up.
Yeah, I'm definitely convinced because I logged on this morning and I was like, okay, double XP is probably going to be gone. And I was like, okay, it's still here. And then before I ended up leaving to come here, I got on at like 1 o'clock because most of the time it's like, since we're on East Coast, 12 o'clock is where it stops.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then I was on like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and it was still going.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. I mean, probably when I go on tonight,
It's probably gone, I'd imagine. Or actually, well, they usually update it on Tuesdays now, don't they? And the cutoff is like 3:30 our time or something like that.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
But, dude, I mean, I don't get it because it says it's there. It says I can't use any double XP. But when I play these games, I'm like, I don't feel no double XP.
Oh, no, because, like last night you weren't on. I played for 2.5 hours, right? And I went from 870 to 873.
Yeah,
dude, I'm like, what the heck is wrong
bro, you
with
should have
this?
been like, 880.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you're cruising.
I should have been at, like 880 minimum. Something like that.
Because when it started, there was, right now, I think, right now I'm 908.
Yeah.
And when it first dropped, I think it was like, the day that double XP had came on, I hustled. Yeah. And I could feel it 100%. It was every game I was playing, next level, and just like in the flow, I'm like, okay, I go up 50 levels. I played like an average of like 50 games or 55 games somewhere around
Yeah.
there, you know. But now I don't feel it at all. I'll play 2 games, do really well, and I just squeak through to get the level in.
Yeah,
You know, which
yeah.
is like that's how it normally is when we play.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
every 2 or 3 games we'll level up.
Yeah, I mean that's how I feel right now with the double XP, because I think because I've just been playing at like a normal pace,
Yeah.
and I'm at like 873, and again I played like 2.5 hours yesterday, and I only got 3 levels, and I dropped like bombs on the map.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what is happening? This is weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it. I mean, I think it is broken. Or I was like thinking, there's no way they changed the XPs on these, you know, to make it. Like,
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. Maybe they did, because I swear, like you said, the kill confirmed. Maybe you are right. It was like 250 for a confirm and like 500 for like a deny or whatever. But I swear, when I played last night, it was like 25 and 50.
Right.
So I wonder if they switch the numbers like in the game mode without telling anyone.
Yeah, because now like when you would go and collect your own tags, I know it was 500.
Yeah.
I know it was not like anybody's denies, but your own tags.
Yeah.
And then when you would get a confirm, I want to say it was. I mean, I can't actually remember now. It might have been 250.
I want to say it was 250.
But now,
Yeah.
like I played this morning when I denied my own tag, 250. I'm like, hold on right now.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
like,
the
are they
thing.
pulling some numbers on us right now?
They could be, because
what's
I
going
swear with double XP in kill confirmed, dude, I should be pulling in like minimum 20k XP.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with dropping bombs like that. Those are like the rare games where you pretty much do 2 levels in a game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't get it because.
Or they increase the level cap without telling us, and I just like haven't noticed.
Yeah, right. That would be heinous.
You know what, yeah, like-
yeah, they made the XP distance like, or just the amount that you need per level
Yeah.
higher. Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't
don't
checked
think
that.
so on
Yeah.
that. I think that would be insane.
Yeah.
I think they may have done a little bit of behind the scenes tweaking here.
Yeah.
Or they have the XP logo that's on there,
And it's just not working.
Yeah, and yeah, dude. Because I was literally thinking about messaging them.
Yeah.
So, being like, or going on like, I try to go on Reddit or go on Twitter and like see if anyone experiences. I couldn't find anything.
Because no one's playing.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell's going on? But I was happy that they at least did this to start off the season. Just because I'm like, look, we're in the same boat. Like, we just want to get through this as quick as we can and hit 10. Because now it's what, 1050?
1050, yeah.
Yeah. But then they're over here screwing us with this random double XP. And I think next week though they're supposed to have double XP actually kick in.
Yeah. For like the MW3 reveal.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have it going on all week.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice. I'm not going to
hope
be
so.
here, but I mean, dude, I'm hitting again. Like,
We hit it every year. It doesn't matter.
yeah. And also, like, dude, there's going to be one day you're going to, like, you can't hop on that day, and then the next day we hop on, I'm going to be your level or something.
Yeah.
Because usually when I grind, like, one day, it's, like, I just have to find one day, and I play all day.
Yeah, it literally, like, it just evens out all the time.
Yeah.
You know, like, Wolf, like, I remember I had that day where I could play all the time. It was a Thursday. I didn't have any work. I had nothing to do. And then just, like, obviously, every subsequent day since then, it's like, I only do maybe 3 levels. And I'm
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
God damn it.
That's
and
what
now
I'm
this
saying,
XP, I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know. So I'm hoping that they kick back with it. Because I feel like last season they really didn't give us much double XP. And now they're starting us off with the season with it, which is nice. But yeah, man, I mean the grind's been going along slowly and steadily for us.
No, it's been going. Season 5, like, so far it's a good refresh. I mean, I like it. The new map is fun. The district map.
Kunastar.
Yeah.
Is that the new one or is it the water? No, not the waterfront. That's
Not
the old
waterfront.
one.
Sorry. No, it's Strike. Strike's the new one.
Strike's
Yeah.
They haven't even added in the new map, have they yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think it may be in season 1.
Yeah. Oh, I did. Have you played Vondel like water?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I played it. Not that bad.
Dude, I was
because people don't use the water, and I use the water, and I fried my only game on it. I dropped 50 plus.
Yeah.
It was insane. I'm like, there's no way.
I think that's. I remember when we first saw it. I mean, I can go and eat my words on it. I saw that map, and we were both like, "This is going to be awful because of all that water."
Yeah.
Like there's just a whole route that you can take throughout the bottom of the map. But like opposite of you, I very rarely use it. I'm pretty much just only up on the surface, and the map itself is actually pretty good.
Yeah. I didn't use it a lot because there's not that many hop ups.
Yeah. There
So when you jump in the water, you're in the water for like a while to hit certain like hop ups.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, for the most part, I was just above the water and like in the map. There's this one section in the map where, I mean, it's like a giant pier, but there's this one building. It's like a second floor.
Yeah.
And you can look across a map into the other building.
Yep.
But I literally stayed in there and I was just frying because people are just running and trying to kill me.
Yeah.
And I went on a merciless and I'm like, oh, this map's actually not that bad.
Yeah,
It was the first game.
Yeah, right.
It's just so because I know I was talking to you about it. When you have a good first map, it's because you're playing like slightly different.
Yeah.
And most people, when they get on a new map, I swear they just run.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting in corners or anything, but like people just run out of spawn and run and run and run.
Yeah.
And they don't, like ADS and just like try to look at places where people might be or anything.
Yeah. Well, like those two maps I enjoy. I'm trying to think of the other one because there is a new season 5 map that came out, and I just can't remember the name of it. It's the one that's like with the insane roofs. Do you know what I'm talking about? What's the name of that?
We played it.
Punta Mar.
Yeah, Punta Mar. Yeah,
Okay.
we played it.
Yeah, Punta Mar.
I almost dropped a MGB on that.
Yeah.
Remember the first game?
Yeah, and I remember what was the first thing I said? I died like right off the rip. I'm like, this map sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just how it is. But I ended up doing okay. I didn't do anywhere near as good as you though.
That was so funny because I remember going to round 3. I'm like, hold off. I might actually get a nuke or whatever in this, and then I got ripped. Because I said it. But
yeah. That's the thing. You can't be talking.
Yeah.
Like that's a problem though, because I would have kept frying, and then you never would have got it.
Well, that's because I was on like a 23 or something like that.
Yeah. And then you die in the dumbest way.
Yeah.
As it always goes.
Yeah. It was just so funny though, because again, like new maps, I swear, like you have the best chance of dropping a nuke or something, just because most people just run.
Yeah.
And they don't like take their time on the map.
Right, because when we drop into it, like you're learning as you play.
Yeah.
And like you said, people who are just running around, like they don't understand any of the timings. Like none of us do, but you're just catching these people off guard.
Yeah, yeah. And you're taking, I'm taking mental notes. I'm like, oh, okay, I died on the roof there.
Yeah.
That's probably a place where a lot of people will just sit up there. I should probably watch this when I go around this corner.
Right.
Exactly. Or, you take those mental notes of everywhere you die on the map.
And that's the thing for me with that map. I do... I've played it a decent amount now, and I'm so like 50-50 on that map. There's some times where I play really well on there, and then there was a game where, bro, I was just like, I had my head back. I was like, oh my God. This guy, I mean, he was frying, and I couldn't get anything going. Which, I mean, those games happen from time to time, but that map, it's an ultimate blender map. Like, you can just get stuck so hard, like especially me, I'm playing with a sub, and these guys are on the roofs, like with some cruddy corner or some angle there with the ARs, just smoking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't do anything here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worst when you're stuck in spawn and no one can just like get the one kill that's needed to break out of spawn.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah, that map has a ton of roofs. Like, it's so much. I mean, you said it, and I was thinking it at the time. It reminds me of Favela.
Yeah.
But it ain't Favela.
Yeah, no, it's not Favela.
Yeah. I don't know if I would like Favela, though, thinking about it now. Like, how that map plays in this game.
I wouldn't like it on this
I don't
this
think
game.
I would.
But yeah, no, that map, if you're on the roof, it's a really, again, like, you can see everything.
Yeah.
But, like, there's no cover when you're on the roof.
No.
You have to, like, hit your shots.
Yeah.
Or you're going to get ripped.
Yeah, you're definitely exposed.
Yeah. And, I mean, I like that map from the couple games that I've played. So,
Nearly drops a nuke. It's a good map. I like this.
Yeah.
Good job, devs.
I mean, like, I used attack most of the time on that. You can get away with the sub, too. Funny enough, you can use a sub if you play along the roofs.
Yeah. See, and I think that's the thing for me is because I don't do that.
Yeah.
And I get reamed. So I need to switch to the tack. to play that map better.
Yeah.
Because there's certain maps like I'll always play the tack on, or I'll always play the Vaz on. I mean, I'm pretty much like 90% of the time I'm using the Vaz.
Yeah.
But a map like Asilo, I'm always using the tack on that map. I'll never use the sub. And I guess that's going to be one that I have to.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on like your play style
or strike. Like strike, I use the tack. All the time.
Yeah. I like to experiment. I mean, like Asilo, for the most part, like I run a sub.
Yeah.
Like all the time in ranked. I usually look around me and 3 people are using tacks. I'm like, all right, I can
gotta push the speed here.
Yeah, and but I can switch to attack easily and be fine with that.
Yeah.
I'd prefer attack on that map, but yeah, I try to mix it up because you like Waterfront. I spawned in with attack on that just to test it out.
Yeah.
And I mean, like you can play with attack on it, but you can play really well with the Vaz on it.
Yeah.
So
that's how I play that map all the time. Is I use the Vaz. I really like that map.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the Kunstar district too.
Yeah, district.
Yeah. I really like that map.
Yeah, I do too. That you can use both.
Yeah, you can definitely use both, especially like if you're at the top of the stairs and you're watching into the spawn there. You can smoke people really easily on that.
Yeah, it's just so funny because people, if you want to get really, really good at maps, I swear, just take the best guns and switch between both on the map because your play style will, I mean, if you're a good player, you're going to adapt and change it. But yeah, I don't know. I think it makes you more of a versatile player if you can switch between guns on each map because then you control like the pace of the game.
Yeah, and you see a lot of times too, pros will do this where they'll be, say like they're running the sub and they kill somebody who's running the AR, they'll pick that up as their secondary. Yeah. So then halfway through the game or whatever situation it may be, like there's certain spots on the district map where I would want to use the AR. Like if I'm at the top of the steps looking in the spawn, I want the tack. But if I'm going like back streets and I'm going through all those like little side doors there, I'd want the Vaz all day.
Yeah.
And that's when you feel like a tank too.
Oh yeah,
you're just over here like mowing people down with every gun.
Yeah. It's funny how people they don't change their play style a lot. Like a Asilo, for example, when I catch someone with a sub like out in the middle of the soccer field, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like you're screwed from the start.
Right.
As soon as you enter the field, you're probably dying.
Right.
Because like when I run a sub, I'm always in the mix in the middle.
Yeah.
I never go on like the outskirts of the map.
Yeah.
I'm always annoying in the middle.
That's suicide going out there.
Yeah.
You know. You can't be getting checked or getting like pissed off if you're dying there. It's like, dude, look where you're putting yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. Because that's when most people, they'll run off spawn and just, all right, I'm gonna book it here. Try to book it here, and they die, and you're like, okay, I can do it again. I just need to get past it.
Right. Well, going off of that, I will say with these maps, with Strike, with Vondel, and with what's the other map now? Kunstar District.
Yeah.
Like, I do like these maps having played them, but my biggest issue with them, like pretty much every other map in this game, is the spawn traps and just spawns in general are atrocious.
Yeah. You can spawn trap bad.
Dude, I mean, you were talking about that with Strike.
Yeah, Strike's like, really bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's like a big red X on that map.
Yeah.
Me. I'm like, if I'm playing guys who are competent and my teammates are horrible, I'm like, well, we really got to fight here because if we get thrown back and we're going to be put in the spawn trap, it's over. Like it's demoralizing.
Strike out of those 3 is definitely the worst because District and Waterfront and even like Punta Car?
Yeah, Punta Mar.
Punta Mar, yeah. You can like finagle your way out of spawn.
Yeah.
There's like different like walls and stuff you can hide around. But Strike, you're screwed when you're stuck in that spawn trap. Yeah. You're not getting out if you're playing against decent players.
Yeah, Punta Mar, there's enough like houses and stuff that you can go into.
Yeah.
And then honestly, like thinking about it now, the Waterfront map is not that bad with spawns.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel the spawn trap as heavy on that map.
Yeah.
But with Strike and then with District, like if you're on the top of the steps, like where the fountain is, and you're looking into that tiny hallway there, dude, and you got someone maybe set up on like the side street.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
Like, they cannot go anywhere else.
Yeah, they have one player has to gun.
Yeah.
And I would say most of the time they can't. Yeah. But you need one of us.
Yeah, it's like you need some seasoned vet.
I don't get spawn trapped in that.
No.
Yeah, if you own the middle of the map, like you win.
Yeah. No.
which is most maps. But
I haven't been spawn trapped on those maps. Strike I have.
yeah, Strike's really bad.
Yeah, Strike I got spawn trapped on, but I've done it to people on not Waterfront, on the district map.
Yeah.
I've done it to people really bad where I'm just like, wow, I'm literally farming these people so
Yeah.
bad. You know, and I had another person on the team who like he knew what was up.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, dude, let's just not move. We're gonna win this. Easily.
Yeah. That when I was playing last night, that happened on Showdown. Showdown's really bad too.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah.
my kill cam, I killed 4 people in my final kill cam, and you just saw them spawn.
Right.
And then I turned around and 180'd the guy because I knew he was going to spawn there.
Right.
He spawned up. You literally watch him spawn up, slide into my gun, and die.
Yeah.
And the people on the team, the opponents, they're like, "You're cheating."
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you can see on the map, like, I'm watching you spawn it,
Right.
not cheating.
Yeah. Even
Like, you just can't do anything.
even like even shipment, same thing. I
Yeah,
played today on shipment, and I mean, I'm just like, I remember I got a quad feed,
Mm-hmm.
and like 3 of the kills I ended up getting, it's people who are just coming right off of spawn.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I'm of course I see the red mics of those guys chirping, you know,
Yeah.
because they're so pissed. I'm like, yeah, rightfully so. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you haven't like, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
But people like they may wonder how you can do that or like how is that even possible? I'm like, dude, just look at the map. Like, there's none of our teammates are over in that one corner of the
Yeah,
4 corners
yeah.
of this map. That's where they're going to be.
Well,
Guaranteed.
that's what's funny, that when people don't understand that, it's like it's not that complicated.
No. It's,
Well, and plus too, in my eyes, like shipment, for example, like there's not that many places you can spawn, and if one person can do that to you on the map, in my head, like I'm gonna do the same exact thing to them at one point during the game. But if you're playing on a bigger map, you're stuck
yeah.
playing against decent players.
Oh yeah.
You're just absolutely getting mowed down off a spawn, and that's when, you know, I mean, personally, I hate spawn health. I don't want that in the game. So if you get spawn trapped and like you're just not quick enough to move, I know it sucks, but I'd rather take that than the spawn health,
Right.
because in my eyes, getting players into spawn traps is a skill.
Yeah.
And if that happens, like, I don't know. I wouldn't say you should be punished, but you should have to fight your way out of it.
Yeah, I would say it's a 50-50. I would say that being able to understand the game enough to not be able to manipulate the spawns is a skill. But then there should be a point, too, where, like, on the development side with making those spawns, like, they should have some people when they, like, some sort of algorithm that notices when this is happening, that they maybe spawn a couple of guys out from that
Yeah, yeah.
to be able to try to flip it. Instead of, like, again, on Strike, where it's literally just they will spawn there until the end of time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know?
No, I get that.
No, it's a blend, though.
Yeah. The spawn trap I think of all the time is the MW2 terminal spawn
Oh,
trap,
yeah,
like
yeah.
for dom. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's really bad because you're playing domination and there's only one spot you spawn in.
Right.
And that should
In
be fixed.
that little market or
Yeah.
the little store
Yeah,
there.
that should be fixed. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Stuff
disgusting.
like that. Yeah.
You got the chopper gunner, and of course, it's like you could just shoot through the walls
Yeah.
and shoot through the door, just like
Yeah.
smoking everybody.
Yeah. I just love to see when mics start moving and everyone's like chirping at you, like you're just cheating.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just watching you spawn. The
Yeah,
game like isn't spawning you out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, there's cover right there. You're not quick enough.
Yeah, don't hate
You're
the
not
player,
doing it.
bro.
I know, yeah.
Don't hate on me. But,
Yeah.
But no, like with those maps, I mean that's from season 4 and 5. Like I don't know, there's just I've been able to actually play these maps more since season 5 started. Maybe they just did a better job of getting these into the rotation.
Yeah.
It
I think
seems
they
like
have.
they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they definitely just were able to fold them in more because like something like Himmelmat, I very rarely get that in pubs.
Yeah.
So it's good to see those coming along. But dude, some big news had come across us as of late. So we're doing this on August 7th here. Some MW3 news.
Yeah.
Got my heart going. Got me
I know.
excited.
They revealed the official trailer, like, logo today. And
What you think about it?
I mean, one, I'm excited for MW3. The hype's like always there. And people are like, wait, Makarov's returning. If you didn't play Adamgrad, no shit.
Yeah, you're a moron, bro.
Of course Makarov's coming. it was just funny because a lot of people on Twitter were like, "No way, Makarov." I'm like, "You didn't play Adamgrad, did you?
Yeah.
You don't understand the whole backstory." Which again,
they don't play they don't play Raid, or they don't play the campaign. They have no idea what's going on.
yeah, like you have to play Adamgrad because it shows you like Makarov.
Yeah, it fills in the story.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. And they came out too with like, a bunch of like notes and stuff of what they're fixing. And it's just, again, I'm going to hold Sledgehammer to this, but they're fixing everything we've been complaining about in MW2. And it's just funny because in episode 129, I mentioned that, the slide, it could be because MW3 is increasing, trying to change that movement from MW2 to MW3. And that's why Infinity Ward's adding this.
Yep.
Because we were like, why are they making movement changes now? Mm-hmm. And there's news coming out now that slide canceling is back in the game for MW3, which, again, like, I like, well, I don't hate it or dislike it. I'm very indifferent about it. But I know I was mentioning to you that slide canceling is like a broken mechanic, right? Like, you have to be able to do it. It's not like I was telling you, like a slide or a dolphin dive, but the way that Sledgehammer like told these streamers, they sent them like a care package and stuff to show that, slides canceling is coming back. But I wonder if it's coming back in that way, or they're gonna make it like an actual movement mechanic, which I hope they don't do.
Yeah.
Which I think that's like stretching it. I don't think they're gonna do that. But again, you never know. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I hope they have it as a mechanic that, like, how it's always been.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good thing that they have slide canceling in there because, like, it was a skill gap to be able to actually do that.
Yeah.
And again, like, cue all the haters being like, "You fucking bitch." So it's like, whatever. I like it in there.
Yeah.
And especially, too, like, if you have a scuff or you have those controllers, you can really do it.
Yeah.
I don't know, it makes the game more exciting. I think what they need to do, though, if they're going to have the slide canceling in there, they got to get rid of the tack sprint.
Yeah,
I would say that like that would be for me a really good trade-off. Was I would 1,000% take the slide canceling over having tack sprint in the game.
Yeah,
I don't know about you.
I think you know my opinion, dude. Yeah. I think people have not emphasized getting rid of tack sprint enough. And when MW came out, like I was like, this shit's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. And I've always said tack sprint is not needed. And for some reason now the COD community is like, wait, yeah, we don't need tack sprint. Like, I've been saying this from the beginning. Like, we don't need this in the game.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing on, like, every level.
Yeah, and I always... You go back in time, talking about Vanguard, talking about this game, like, get rid of tack sprint. It shouldn't be in the game. I'm going to have to deal with it because it's part of movement. But, yeah, and it's still in the game. So, and in MW3, it's probably still going to be in the game. And I'm going to have to fucking deal with it again.
Yeah, dude, and my left thumb is going to absolutely fall off.
Yeah. And, like, yeah, it's people that say that tack sprint's needed. I'd love to hear your argument because you're just wrong. Your opinion doesn't matter about that because tack sprint doesn't do anything. Yeah, my sprint is insanely slow.
Yeah, I don't know where you even begin to think about like defending it. I don't see any benefit to it at all.
Yeah. It's just another...
it's just like it's another extra mechanic. It's the same thing of like talking about the gunsmith. Like it's another step that's unnecessary, Like you're going to go on this like, diverted route to get to the same destination that you could have gone with if you just went for a more simplistic route. That doesn't mean like every gun has to be like, like World War II style where it's only got, one or two attachments. Like you can still have all that, but you start getting in all this weapon tuning and you get beyond crazy with like, okay, you can have 80 different scopes on your guns and all these attachments. Like you can have 8 attachments on a gun at a time. That's where it gets crazy.
Yeah.
And same thing, like why should that even be in the game? It overcomplicates it, like the overall system of making a class. And now with the tack sprint, it's the same thing. It just overcomplicates a basic movement system.
I agree. And if I know people are going to make this argument, like I'd rather slide canceling is very complicated for a casual person, and that's just going against like, well, you want slide canceling in the game. If you don't want everything to just be overcomplicated for no reason, again, like slide canceling, like do I like it? Yes, because I can do it. Do I care if it's in the game? Not really. I really don't care. I'm going to adapt to whatever it is. But if you get rid of slide canceling, you get rid of tack sprint, and you just go back to sprinting and maybe a slide.
Right.
Or not even a slide. Doesn't matter. I'm going to be fine with it. Like,
Yeah.
that's better than what we have right now. But I know a lot of people hate the slide canceling. But again, it's a skill gap. Like, if you can do it, you're just better. I don't know what to tell you. And I just really hope Sledgehammer doesn't make it like, oh, hold down circle and now you're slide canceling, or something like that.
If they do something like that, I mean, I'm gonna be bullshit. That's the worst option,
Because now it's removing the skill gap that people can actually do.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be like, now the rest of the movement is gonna have to shift because of this.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be some like weird button inputs or something that's gonna have to change.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
none of us want.
Well, yeah, exactly. And they're also coming back with reload canceling, which again, that's great.
Dude, this is the greatest thing ever, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why the hell this disappeared in the first place. Reload cancel. If you don't think this is a win, you're a moron. So there's not a soul on this planet who plays Call of Duty who's like, dude, I wish it wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Unless you're a hamster and the only kills that you ever get are because people get caught while they're trying to reload cancel and it doesn't exist anymore.
Well, yeah, exactly. And again, these mechanics that we're talking about aren't. I want to keep iterating it. Like, we are breaking the game doing this. It is breaking the game. The reload cancel is you're not supposed to be able to do it technically.
Right, yeah. You're halfway through reload, you double tap triangle, there's a quick swap, goes
exactly,
back to the gun.
And same with the slide canceling. But if that's a skill gap that you just have to learn, right? And again, we shouldn't be punished because we're able to do it. You know what I mean? And again, this is speaking from like casual players, right? We learn to do this stuff. You can do it without, even without a scuff. Like, you don't need a scuff to do it.
No.
It's definitely like, it's harder, but you can still do it.
Yeah, the amount of people that do it without it, it's a ton of people.
And I was frying in like Black Ops 4 when I couldn't side cancel.
Right.
Just get better.
Yeah,
you don't need to side cancel to like play really well.
Yeah, I would say though, of all these tweaks, like between the change with slide canceling comeback and then the reload cancel, I would forego like getting rid of the slide cancel, like forget about adding it back in, but get rid of the reload cancel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that to me is way more important of a mechanic, because the amount of gunfights that I've lost because of that is absurd. Where I have never played this game thinking, dude, if I could have just slide canceled that guy.
Yeah.
Never happens, because we've just played this game. It doesn't exist. So we're like, okay, it doesn't exist. We're just going to go and adapt to it. That is the way it is. And there's been games before that didn't have slide cancel. I think every Call of Duty since this one has had reload cancel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's just a mechanic that's always like, you can break in the game. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And the slide canceling, I know like people on Twitter, and especially the competitive community, it's mainly that. Like, oh yeah, slide cancel is like back in the game, whatever. I'm like, again, I really don't care. It speeds up the game. We're going to be using it. We're going to be breaking the game and using it, and we're fine with it.
Right.
It's going to suck for a lot of like average players, because I would say 9 times out of 10, like, you're probably going to lose a gunfight if you're challenging someone to slide cancel.
Right.
And that's how it is. Sorry.
Yeah.
But trying to make it more equal, because I know if you go back, I've definitely said that, it's not good or bad getting rid of it, because again, we just adapt to it. But getting rid of slide canceling definitely makes it easier for like the casual player, right?
Yeah.
And I'm fine if they do that, if they wanted to, but again, I'm just really indifferent. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, along this, in the same vein though, with this, talking about becoming easier for the casual players, is the red dots on the minimap are going to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hallelujah. Like,
something
that
and
I don't know what they were on about, getting rid of that in the first place.
Yeah.
And again, it's a feature in the game. Like, you could do this in MW2.
You can do it in every other Call of Duty.
Like, they had it in there, but they just chose to never add it in. So now, thankfully, they've sensed up, and they're like, okay, I think everybody is in agreement that this should be a mechanic that's always in the game.
Yeah.
This 101 thing that was probably back in like COD 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna add this back. I don't want to say like I'm super excited about this, because I shouldn't be excited about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this should just be like standard packaging.
Yeah. We're only excited because they took it all away.
Right.
from last year.
Yeah.
And Vanguard was not a good year.
Yeah.
And again, like, at least it had red dots. And yeah, you can slide cancel in it, and like, you can reload cancel in it. But that game was not a good game by any means.
No, it wasn't.
So again, we're just getting back to the standard of like the last 5 years.
Yeah. Now, something that I was confused about when I saw him or Charlie Intel, they went and tweeted this out for like some of the rumors. It's going to feature some of the maps from MW2 2009.
Yeah. Remastered maps. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What, dude? Are they okay over there, bro?
Well, it just seems like Sledgehammer is actually listening to the community. And again, if I'm not going to promise anything until I see it, but Sledgehammer is like, oh man, Infinity Ward, you guys fucked up so bad. We're just going to revert everything back to what it was back in 2019, and people are going to be way happier.
Yeah.
Even if the game's worse.
Yeah. I mean, dude, like, again, part of me, I'm happy that they're going to have some MW2 maps finally get to play, but it's also like, dude, this is MW3.
Yeah.
I hope that they're going to be folding in some of the MW3 maps.
Yeah.
This. If they're doing that, like they're going to do MW2
Both.
and 3,
Yeah.
I'm happy, right? But
Which they should do.
Yeah,
They should
exactly.
do.
Right. Well, and what this COD should have done.
Yeah.
Right. So now that's the thing. Sledgehammer seems to understand this. They seem to have a decent head on their shoulders and understanding that like they just totally blew this opportunity.
Yeah.
So
which will make if everything that we've heard so far is actually executed, again, like MW2 has a really good base. Infinity Ward just messed up with a lot of stuff.
Right.
Sledgehammer has a great opportunity to bring back so many players. Like imagine, they have red dots. They have that ninja perk. They get rid of like the sound EQ, right? They bring back MW2 maps. They bring back MW3 maps. They double down on all this stuff. People are going to be way happier.
100%.
Way happier.
Yeah, I think on all levels, whether you're going to be a real super basic casual, maybe take it a little bit more serious and ranked, or if you're at the professional level.
Yeah.
These are all basic features that are going to make it a lot better. Especially, too, having those standby maps that are always, like, I talked about this in, like, a whole bunch of other episodes, that I think it's always good to have those standby maps they're always solid. Every COD, like, they pretty much it's like transferable between all of them, no matter what it is. Like if it's going to be boots on the ground or if it's a jetpacks COD, like you can obviously tweak them, but they're always good maps.
Yeah.
And of course, just cashing in on the fact that people want to go and play those maps again.
Yeah.
Something though, you brought it up, and I'm a little apprehensive about it. Is that Ninja is going to come back? And like the whole perk system, it's not going to be perks, right? It's going to be gear.
Yeah. So I'm 100% sure I mentioned this like last episode or 2 episodes ago. Is you can customize your character, and that'll you have like faster gloves, so now you can have like sleight of hand pro or something like that.
Right. So Ninja would be like your boots, and then, the gloves, sleight of hand or something like that.
That's how we all perceive it right now. And I mean, again, I've said it, like I'm open to it, because if you add all the other stuff in game, the perk system like won't really matter that much to me, because I know going into this game you were like, oh, the perk system's like not that bad, and I hated it. Now like I don't even pay attention to the perk system. I don't really care about what it is anymore. So I'm gonna go into this game with the same exact attitude, with however they change the perk system, it doesn't matter as long as they add like that ninja gear or whatever.
Yeah, I think
boots.
like inevitably it always works itself out. Like the perk system in this one is not great, but it's not like a detriment to the game. I think the biggest problem with this though, like with this game right now, is the fact of dead silence not being a perk.
Yep.
And then just without it, you are fucked.
Yeah.
Like it's really, really bad if you don't have it. So if they have ninja in this game, I just hope that if you're, well, it says they're going to have it in there, but if you don't have ninja on as part of your gear, are you going to be like stomping around and it's going to be so obvious that you have to use this perk at the detriment of losing some other perk?
Yeah.
That's where I get a little like, I hope that they've figured that out.
Yeah. I hope it's not to the level of sound EQ in this game.
Yeah.
But I do think, I mean, it's like every other COD though, like Vanguard, they had ninja. And if you don't have, like, you have to sacrifice something,
right? You always
and
do.
like you want that in a game. I think like if it's either you use Ninja or you use like some other perk in that slot that for some reason is better than Ninja.
Right.
Because you don't want like all the best perks in like perk 1, 2, or 3 or whatever, and there's no reason to use other perks besides like getting challenges or whatever.
Yeah. No, I, for sure. I agree with that. I just hope that it's not like the gap between having Ninja and not having Ninja is like it pretty much negates every other perk that you would ever want to use in that system, whether they're good or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because, I mean, speaking personally, I know in Vanguard, I definitely use Ninja and like other perks.
Right.
And I know that I'm going to be stomping around. It is what it is.
Right. But you could like somewhat get away with it. I feel like you could get away with it in that game more than you can in this game right now.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have Dead Silence, like I said it before, if you don't have Dead Silence in Search, it's game over. You cannot run.
Yeah.
You have to crawl.
Yeah.
Or like crouch walk throughout the entire map.
Yeah, and that's like the whole sound EQ thing.
Right.
Like they need to get rid of that.
Yeah.
However, the sound of footsteps just need to be like minimized at, from what this game is, because it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because again, like for the most part, I would say in Vanguard, like you ran Ninja like the whole time.
Yeah.
Like you and I, we don't like the sound of footsteps, just in general. But again, there's a reason, like Bokage, for example. I didn't run Ninja on Bokage because you don't need to.
Right.
You're freaking busting through doors, like always in action.
But if you play, what's the map with the church?
Tuscan?
Yeah. When you play Tuscan, you want it.
Yeah. And again, it all depends on your play style and stuff. If you're a fast player in the sub, you probably want that silence so you can make like those plays.
Right.
If you run an automaton and you're just hopping on point, like you don't really need Ninja. You probably need like Flak Jacket more than like Ninja. You're gonna be sitting on. You're gonna get naded and stuff.
Right.
So it all depends on your play style. But yeah, they just can't have a situation where it's like this game and the sound EQ and all that stupid stuff is really, really bad.
Yeah.
That just can't be a thing.
Yeah.
And I really hope too that if they're introducing this gear has to be easy for everyone to get, and it's not a pay to win where you can buy other gear and like, oh, it's slightly better or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that. I sure hope they don't. Something that I hope they do with this is some sort of return to the pro system. Like that was back in MW2 and 3.
Yeah.
You could get the pro perks. Like you could have pro gear for stuff or like more advanced gear. Like again, hopefully not being something where you could pay for it.
Yeah.
Rather like, get 100 100 kills using Ninja, or like whatever perk it may be, like get kills after using sleight of hand. Like I think that stuff would be really fun. I miss those challenges and miss kind of flexing the pro perks. Yeah, they weren't hard to get. It was still like cool to have.
Yeah. Again, like if I was making this game, I'm separating perks and like this gear in general. Like I know they're trying to make it so it's more like customizable and stuff, but like I'm just afraid that you're only gonna have so many number of perks, right?
Right.
And if there is like a pro perk for like this gear, it's all right. Like, all right, you unlock the pro gear, but what about other gear? I'm assuming like they want you to customize your character and stuff.
Right.
Are they going to release other gear that you can buy that's the same exact perk, and it's just like a blueprint of like your current gear?
I mean, bro, I still think that they should just go back to like the basic perk system and then be able to have like gear that is like only cosmetic.
Exactly, that's what I said. Yeah,
yeah,
like if
that would just be fun, or be able to earn gear like through using the perks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if there's certain, I don't know, like say for Ninja, like you want like a ninja outfit, right, or like a ninja head,
Yeah.
Like you need to go and get 1,000 kills using Ninja.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that would be cool, and that's the only way you could get it. And then maybe through like loot crates, people get scared.
Yeah.
Through loot crates or through playing the game, like through a season pass, there's things that they have like just for gear solely cosmetic. That would be fun, and you earn that just through playing.
Yeah.
Of course they're gonna like that would fall well into them too for wanting to have stuff like that you have to buy for or you have to pay for like in microtransactions, but it would be cool to have that as just stuff you could earn through the game and have them separate.
Yeah, and that's my whole like worry about the gear system. I'm open to it, but you're not going to have 50 different like gear different perks.
Yeah.
You're going to be capped out at what, like 12 perks or something like that. and you're gonna have to pick and choose.
Right.
And if this gear is like your pro gear, and that's what it is, what are they gonna make like other blueprint gear that you have to buy? And like, what's the point of doing that? What's the incentive for us to buy that when it's the same exact perk? It doesn't do anything for you. It just changes your character.
Yeah.
And I'm just worried that each gear is gonna have like, the tracking bars. Like, oh, if you get this gear, you get like 5 bars of sleight of hand.
Right.
If you buy this gear, it's gonna go up to 8.
Right.
You buy this gear, it's gonna go to 9. Like what the weapons are right now.
Yeah.
You look at their like their specs and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm worried about that. They start treating gear as weapons.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, that's not good.
I'm gonna be optimistic and say that they don't do that. Just because of how shitty that would be, but
yeah,
I can't ever put it past them. You never know.
Yeah, and again, like if they do that, that would really suck because you can just separate perks and gear and just make it customizable, like Black Ops 4.
Right.
Treyarch did it best, or you go back to the pick 10 system. And then you have like all these extra cosmetics.
This would be a case of like Sledgehammer being over here kind of laughing at Infinity Ward, being like, dude, look at all these stupid things that they did.
Yeah.
And then what do? Go and make their own stupid things. It's guys, just stop.
Yeah.
Stop overcomplicating.
Yeah. Because they want, the player to customize as much as they can.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, I do agree, but you're trying to make people customize like in a very bad way.
Yeah.
Like they're forcing us to customize our weapon into like the best weapon, or like the gear into the best gear. And it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Last couple things that we saw from it that we can close on, I was kind of excited about this, is that War is coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Which this was a mode I don't remember playing this, and I think it's in World War II. It was in there. I remember playing this back in World at War, which like that was really fun. It's just like two big teams and you're like fighting for an objective basically. I mean, are we gonna play that? Perhaps. But I'm not like, this isn't a big deal to me, honestly.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised they like highlight this, like, yo, War's coming back. I guess some people, maybe people who are listening or others out there, they're like diehard War fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. But myself, like, I don't know. It's good to add it in. Like, why not? Hopefully they don't add it in and then, 2 weeks later they take it out and we never see it again.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what you think about it, if you're like excited for it or you're just kind of indifferent.
I don't really care. Probably not going to play it.
Yeah.
And I also think if it's good I'd rather have it in the game than not be in the game, because then I have the option to not play it.
Yeah.
Like there probably is like a War community, and like, or you could just go play Warzone. It's like the same shit.
Right. That's what I think.
Or you go play Battlefield. That's what like War is.
Yeah. I think at that point, you're just looking for that Battlefield experience in Call of Duty.
But yeah, I mean, it's whatever.
And then they're adding zombies too.
Yeah, Outbreak. They're their own zombies. That, I mean, like, good luck. Like, I swear, like, I've said it before, like, with the MW3 leaks, like, just don't.
Good luck, bro.
Don't touch it. Like, that's Treyarch's.
Yeah.
And unless Treyarch's, like, helping out, like, developing it, which I have not seen any news about that. But
you know what I got scared of from these things, though? Mm-hmm. You know what we didn't see? Return of Raid.
Yeah.
That scared me.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
I hope this comes back. Mm-hmm. I hope it's just because it's like, it's so obvious it would come back.
Yeah.
It's not even like that big of a deal and people get hyped about it.
Yeah.
But dude, like, I'm getting hyped about that. If they say raids are like going to continue, I'm going to be kissing the ground being like, thank God, we need to continue that story. Yeah, the zombies thing, I totally agree with you. I think zombies should just be, like, in any form, should be left to Treyarch. And, again, Infinity Ward has their thing with the raids, so I don't know if Sledgehammer is going to be able to continue. I sure hope they do. But each one of these developers needs to find their own niche of, like, what secondary mode they can have.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna go with, I'm 99% sure Raid is returning.
Yeah.
It's just that obviously they're going to be in the battle pass. It's not like a separate like category or like game mode.
Yeah.
But I'm all for zombies if Treyarch's touching it. That's a thing.
Oh, 100%.
Treyarch helped make rank in this game, And it just seems like if these developers are open to letting other developers come in and like let them work on like what they're good at, then let them.
Right.
Because I'm gonna imagine that Treyarch's gonna come in again and help out with ranked, maybe, unless Sledgehammer wants to make their own rank system. Which, why, if Treyarch's already doing a good job with it?
Right. Yeah, I mean, if Treyarch came in, like they had some people that wanted to work on zombies with them,
Yeah.
then like I would feel good about that.
Yeah, yeah.
But if there's no involvement with them, I'm very apprehensive about this mode.
Yeah, me too.
You know? I think like we'll go try it, and it may have like the IW vibe of zombies, where I try it, and I'm like, yo, this sucks.
Yeah.
It just doesn't live up to what we think of when we think of round-based zombies.
Yeah, exactly. Or if they change it like in Vanguard.
Yeah.
That wasn't zombies.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
That was, remember we played it a couple of times and we're like, so what are we doing right now?
Yeah, exactly. It's just have Treyarch.
And we're coming like hot off of playing Cold War Zombies, which was arguably some of the best zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like that for me, like those last two things, obviously, I think they were like more at the bottom of the barrel for things to be excited about with this MW3 leak or just release that we're hearing about. Overall, though, like it seems like we're doing good so far.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Again, we're glass half full people over here. We always try to be that way. These are all good things that they're adding.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'd say nothing really shocking.
Yeah.
But it's just we're taking steps like backwards in the right direction, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're below the standard right now.
Yeah.
We're just getting back to the standard.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, Sledgehammer has every opportunity to get back to the standard and then advance it.
yeah, and then exactly. And we stop trying to overcomplicate this.
Yeah. Because
You know?
I know Twitter's been going crazy, or X, sorry, about all
Don't disrespect, bro.
Yeah, about like all like these Call of Duty leaks and whatnot, and people are like, "Man, I've been seeing a lot of like casuals ruin Call of Duty," and I fucking hate that.
Yeah, I saw because that. I had to reply to that. That's total BS.
Yeah, I replied it too. I double replied to it.
Double reply.
Yeah, because it's just
triple reply.
It's dumb. Because
I think if you think that you're a moron.
Yeah, like if you've been playing Call of Duty, I don't know a single soul that like would say remove red dots because it's better for the game.
Yeah.
And people are saying like this is like the best Call of Duty. It was Black Ops 3 with like jetpacks and stuff. And people are saying like casuals just can't adapt. And we're very much like we love Black Ops 3 and we're considered casuals. You just adapt or you don't play the game. Again, this goes back to a couple episodes ago. I just hate that so many people complain about the game. I'm like, if you don't like the game, just don't complain about it and don't play it. Right. End of story. It's not that complicated.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all, like, I don't know. I just don't understand why people put the blame on them, because at the end of the day, these developers, like, look, they don't listen to anybody. You know what I mean? Like, the vast majority of them don't. I would say Treyarch's the only one that does. And Treyarch, from what we see, whether it's on the professional side or casual side, they're always the most successful games for that reason. Like from professional people saying that casuals are the issue, right? If that was the case, then Treyarch would still make awful games because they would be listened to the casual fan base, and they like the pros would hate it. I think it's the developers who just have their vision as to what they think casuals want. And then they just go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Because I know I can ask any of my friends and they don't play COD like me or you. And like if they spawn into this, they'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Like this is not like what we want.
Right.
And some of my friends, they look at the mini map, surprisingly.
Right.
They look at the mini map and they're like, where are the red dots? Like, how come I'm being punished?
Yeah, I don't know what, like, when people think of casuals, like what level they get to, because I think that's such a broad thing to say.
Yeah.
Like there's the people like us who we play every day and we still consider ourselves in that realm, which we are.
Yeah.
But then there's the people who are like, they'll play once a week.
Yeah.
I'm like, and their opinion on the game, honestly, to me is invalid. You don't play the game or put in enough time to really understand like what it should have and shouldn't have.
Yeah. And if we're going to categorize like, what the definition of like casuals is, in my eyes, it's very simple. If you're not a professional player, you're a casual player.
Exactly.
That's how it is.
That's how I think about it too.
And coming from like Activision, like their perspective, you want to like appease the casuals, which is us.
Right.
But I don't know any casual player from the people like us that play every day versus the people that play once a week with their buddies that don't want red dots on the map.
Right.
And I would even argue the people that only play like once a week, like they don't want tax sprint. They don't want this stuff in the game. Like,
Right.
it doesn't matter to them.
Right. They want, I would say at the end of the day, like everybody wants a very simple game that whether you play it a lot, you can pick it up and master it. Or if you don't, like you barely play the game, you can pick it up and it's plug and play. It's very simple.
Yeah.
You know?
And you don't feel like you're behind because you, like literally, oh, I can't play this week. I'll play the week after.
Right.
The only thing, you're probably thinking of is like, I don't know, like, oh, I'm not leveling up.
Right.
But I shouldn't feel like I'm super far behind because I couldn't play this week. And now all my friends their guns are rank 30 and they have all the attachments that I need.
Right, the best gun. Yeah. Like they've got the best attachments to the best guns. They've got like whatever perks, that you need to go and have. I mean, just all that nonsense. I don't think anybody wants that. I mean, I know we don't want that.
Yeah.
And again, I would say we're on the higher end of casuals. And then there's the people above us too who are in like the top 250 and ranked. If you're not on the team competing, you're not a casual, or you are casual.
Yeah.
Like there's people there who just play a ton.
Yeah.
But it's just their hobby.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to really like make a definition, if you're not playing rank play and like you don't care about rank play, then you're a casual player.
Right.
And it's just, I don't know what Infinity Ward's like thinking, and I just don't like seeing the slander against like casual players because if there were no casual players,
there would be no game.
Yeah, there would be no Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Right.
So shut up.
And I've always said too, and you have too, if you're bad at jetpacks, that's a you thing.
Right.
And like the game's not bad. It's just because you gotta adapt.
Yeah,
right. You gotta learn to play.
Yeah.
And these the pro players, like they all adapt and learn to play. But I would agree with like all of them. Like that was peak Call of Duty at one point. Like, did I want to go back to boots on the ground from Black Ops 3? I don't really care. It didn't matter to me because I was gonna play the new COD anyways.
Right.
But if they went to boots on the ground like MW3, like 2011, that's a fantastic game. If they went to jetpacks back in BO3, fantastic game. But there's always gonna be people complaining about something, and then the casuals get slandered for everything.
Yeah, they're the scapegoat all the time because they just make up the majority of the player base. I mean, they are the player base.
Yeah, we are the player base. It's just that the people that play once a week are very different from people like us that play every day, but we're still considered casuals. Right? Like, I think we know what we want in the game versus like a pro player, right? Pro, like obviously you're biased if you're a pro player because you want things in the game that help you out as a professional player.
Yeah.
But people like us that grind the game, like we add value to, this is what you can do to make the game good for everyone. And I would say that most of the stuff that we want in the game, pros would agree to. They wouldn't care.
Yeah.
No,
I would definitely say so. But that's like that's what's good to see right now, at least with what they've shown from MW3, is that a lot of the stuff that us casuals, and then I think a lot of people too, like the one day a week players too, they would want all this stuff added in there. So I hope that narrative shifts a bit. With this next game, I think we were honestly we were on a bad game with a lot of things that I don't think it's any fault of the casuals. I think it's just the developer dropping the ball at the end of the day. And it seems like another developer is picking up that ball and kind of realizing that they were just making fatal errors to the game for no reason. So I'm with you. I don't agree with that argument at all.
Stop splitting up the community for no reason.
Yeah, I think it's a terrible thing to do, and it's a bad take.
Yeah.
And it seems like right now with this with these MW3 rumors that we're getting, this is going to be more of like what everybody wants,
Yeah.
And this is what like everybody asked for at the end of the day. Nobody asked for all the stuff that we've been complaining about since day one about MW2 and about Vanguard and about MW. There was like a cycle of those developers making those games and thinking that was the way to do it. And now one of them has finally been like, you know what we should do? we should just go back to what everybody else said were really good CODs, and what did they have? Things that everybody else, for some reason, the other developers got rid of.
Mm-hmm.
So now it looks like we're on that track, which that's why I'm optimistic about this.
Yeah, and again, like I know I said a lot of stuff, but I'm like really optimistic for this game.
Yeah,
and
that's all you can be.
It could be because of the hype, probably is a little bit, but this is like one of our favorite, like my favorite Call of Duty that they're working on, right?
Yeah, mine too.
Don't fuck it up, and I don't think they are. I don't think they will. Honestly, I really don't think they will. The only thing that somewhat scares me is the gear stuff.
Yeah.
But I might just be overreacting with that because I did the same exact thing with MW2's perk system because I hated it.
Right.
Now, like, it literally, I don't even look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know what I use, to be honest. I use the same 3 on every class. I don't know what I use.
Yeah, no, it doesn't affect us at all. So I have a feeling that the perk system in the MW3 is going to be the same thing.
Yeah. And yeah, this game's coming out November 10th. That's when it's launching. Which is crazy. Yeah. So I'd imagine the beta is going to be like a month before, 2 months before. And the week that you guys are listening to this, the Warzone like reveal for MW3 is, I want to say is it the 17th?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah. So they're revealing it in Warzone. Sadly, I won't be able to participate in it because I'm going to be on vacation that week.
I will be there, bro.
Yeah.
I will let you know.
I mean,
I'll give you the intel.
I'm going to try to be on Twitter and like looking at it.
See what it is.
Yeah. But I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too, man. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah. So just be optimistic, we're trying to
keep the faith.
Yeah, keep the faith. Because you and I, we're still out here grinding MW2.
Yes, sir.
Like,
all day.
We're still going.
Every day.
Yeah. And MW3 will be better.
Yeah, 100% it will be.
MW2, strong base.
Yeah.
At Red Dots, the game's just way better. Like, I'll end it there.
There you go.
But yeah, I think we covered everything.
Yeah,
right?
I think we're good. Yeah.
Minus ranked. I mean, ranked we haven't played that much, to be honest.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a lot of rank. We'll talk more about it probably in the next couple episodes, like 132. We'll end up.
Yeah, because you're Plat 3 though, because you didn't reset all the way to Plat 1,
which was clean.
Yeah,
they updated the game.
Yeah, exactly. You're Plat 3. I'm Diamond 1. We'll bring it back in episode 132.
Exactly.
But yeah. I think we're good, right?
I think we're good, bro.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching and listening to episode 130 of the COD Casuals podcast. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to keep calling it Twitter for now, I think.
Everyone's going to be calling it Twitter, bro.
Yeah.
I still call it Twitter.
Anchor.fm/the COD Casuals. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe while you're on YouTube too. And leave a 5-star review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts because it does help us out a lot. And we're trying to grow the reviews there because we're getting a lot bigger with the reviews, and we truly appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for listening. This has been episode 130 of the COD Casuals. Your host Justin.
And I'm Mike.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Take it easy, everybody.
See ya.